You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown's Odyssey to the Oscars, where we bring the Academy Awards home on a budget. There are so many places where a kid can be a kid. Chuck E. Cheese's, of course, has been the happy place of record. Hollywood as a whole, on the other hand, is not necessarily another one of those places, unless you're willing to work hard and often pay the price, i.e. sacrifice a significant part of your childhood under the spotlight. It can either be your playground or your graveyard. And I don't want to place an armor about kids who do want to be child stars now, but it's oftentimes the cruel reality of life in Tinseltown at a very young age. Those who have worked hard and paid the price oftentimes, and have actually had the good fortune to maintain a career of longevity and valor, are highlighted in here, along with a myriad of others who've gone on to other careers outside of the spotlight, and those who sadly did not live to tell the tale. This is the first of 3 People Magazine related items I'm reviewing for OTTO 6. That would be child stars then and now, catching up with more than 100 showbiz kids. Where are they today? This is an Amazon purchase. Let's go over the stats right now. $6.10 for the item itself, 40 cents tax, free shipping and handling, $6.50 total. And yes, she is a dead giveaway on why I purchased this in the first place. Never mind highlighting this for OTTO. Owned for the record, she is very much alive and kicking. Zoe Hauser, the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, among other roles. But before we get to her, aka her, my baby, the love of my life, let's go ahead and highlight just as one example, Jared Leto, in keeping this as Academy Award centric as possible. Back then, dyslexic and beautiful Jordan Catalano from My So-Called Life. Now, frontman of the band 30 Seconds to Mars, and Best Supporting Actor Oscar winner for Dallas Buyers Club, alongside Best Actor in a Leading Role, Matthew McConaughey. About damn time. So anyway, as it's the case with Jared Leto and almost every other child star in here, you have a little Where Were They Then section. Then and now. Their lives now, still in the spotlight or out of it. So, what roles led them to become child stars, and what roles they took on after that particular role, which skyrocketed them to the top of fame and fortune. However, it's in the big star section where you'll find a good majority of those who maintained a career of longevity, good humor, and valor that went on to become Academy Award winners and or nominees, i.e. Christian Bale from Empire of the Sun here, Batman Begins there, Natalie Portman, Oscar winner for Black Swan, back then, critically acclaimed 1994 role, The Professional, at 13 years old. Diane Lane, former husband Josh Brolin, by the way, yeah, Unfaithful. One of my all-time faves. Ron Howard, of all folks. Yes, from The Music Man at age 8, and of course his role as Opie on The Andy Griffith Show, to Academy Award-winning director, producer, and co-owner of Imagine Entertainment with partner Brian Grazer. How do I know these things? I'm a pseudo-Hollywood insider. The more books you buy, the more you know. The more you look at Deadline or The Hollywood Reporter or Variety Online, well, exactly. Scarlett Johansson, of course, Jennifer Connelly, Best Actress, A Beautiful Mind, Jodie Foster, oh and yeah, way too easy, Leonardo DiCaprio, who then stole scenes in TV series like Parenthood and Growing Pains, and later broke through as a movie star opposite Robert De Niro in The Boy's Life. Oscar nominee for Titanic, Oscar winner for The Revenant, and in between those 2 benchmark roles, a host of more Oscar nominations for critically lauded roles. From Saved by the Bell all the way to Family Matters, from A Christmas Story to celebs who've gone on to be frontmen and frontwomen in bands, from reality stars and everyone else in between, and of course, a memorial for those who haven't lived to tell their tales of time in the spotlight. You'll find a host of recognizable names and faces who shared their time in Tinseltown when they were just young'uns. So I think this is a really delightful read. Yes, it is poignant with the In Memoriam section, also known as Gone Too Soon. But the delightfulness of this book, and of course the nostalgia of it all, far outweighs all of the poignancy that you'll find here at the end. And by the way, why this book is really delightful? Yes. You knew this was coming. The love of my life, Soleil Moon Frye. Y'all know that I've pretty much fallen head over heels for Soleil Moon Frye. Of course, the adorable, relatively immortal Punky Brewster, pictured alongside her faithful canine companion, Brandon. Here she is alongside her soon-to-be ex-husband, Jason Goldberg. Good man, it takes two to tango, especially when you talk about their two adorable daughters, Poet and Jagger, with Jagger pictured here when she was a baby. Quote, Soleil, I want to raise the next generation of activists. Then, at 8 years old, she was Spunky Punky Brewster on the kids' comedy. NBC was our playground. At the time, she was about to promote her new documentary alongside her father, Virgil Frye, actor and former Golden Gloves boxing champion. The documentary was called Sonny Boy. It's their road trip to trace her father's history, because at the time he had Alzheimer's disease, so it was a father-daughter bonding experience to bring Dad back to his roots. She said it was a real bonding experience for them. She also was co-owner of The Little Seed, born from her girlfriends and her having kids and searching for alternatives for children that were healthy and organic and non-toxic. Living the green life. I can't tell you how much I'm in love with Soleil Moon Frye, so I'll just say this. If she wasn't in this, I would not have bought this. Period. I mean, that's the truth. This retails for $39.95 in the US. There is no retail price in Canada. And for what it's worth, I actually have to retract that claim about not buying this if Punky Brewster wasn't in it, because it really is an adorable throwback to yesteryear. You know, the time when you would hang pinups in your locker door or on your wall at home, your bedroom walls, your school walkers, I don't know, wherever you would hang little pinups, maybe wallet-sized photos of your childhood crushes, like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, or the late great Jonathan Brandis, or if I was born in the 80s, yeah, I definitely would have hung up Soleil's photo on my wall. But thank God I wasn't born in the 80s. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I can appreciate now in hindsight the impact that this spunky little punky has had on many girls worldwide. The inspiration to be themselves, wearing mixed-match shoes along the way. That would be Second Life. You can also appreciate the cover here, for we have child stars then, like Jonathan Lipnicki of Jerry Maguire, and of course my favorite, Stuart Little. E.T.'s Drew Barrymore, now talk show host, and of course, the love of my life right there, Punky Brewster, and Leo by the Family Matters. All then, turn it over, now, and now, my honey bunny. That's that. 5 out of 5 claps. Being in Hollywood is not child's play, no matter how young or old you are. So I think we really ought to thank God that the majority of these actors and actresses didn't have an agent that took a knife to their careers like a Chucky doll to his prey. Thanks for watching, and for the absolute permanent record, I love you then, I love you now, always and forever, Soleil Moon Frye. There is no place like the Thrift Store Rundown that brings the Academy Awards home on a budget. Hope you enjoyed this little mind trip, and I'll catch you on the thrift side.